Okay, let's continue our active and passive voice. Yes, we start somewhere with the past participle usage. Now let us see some more conditions where the active-passive changes happen. Now, when I was explaining about verbs, we came across something called as transitive and intransitive. Transitive is a verb which has the receiver of the action, whereas intransitive is a verb which does not have a receiver of action. Yes. Now, when I say the receiver of the action in the transitive verb, now there might be two receivers of the action, direct and indirect object. Let me give a quick brush up. What do you mean by direct and indirect object? A direct object will always answer about what, and indirect object will always answer about whom. Yeah. Now, if I say Mary taught Ravi French. Now, what is the object here? French is the direct object, whereas Ravi is an indirect object. Always remember, when I am talking about direct object, it refers to a non-living thing and it gives me an answer to what. But when I am talking about an indirect object, I am referring to a person and it gives me the answer to whom. Now let's do that. Mary taught Ravi French. Now how will I change it into passive? French was taught to Ravi by Mary. Now please bear in mind, when you are having direct and indirect objects, two objects in matter of fact, then you tend to take any one among them as your subject. You can choose any one. Most probably it would be better that we take the direct object. Then the next one, when I am talking with respect to the preposition and a verb. Yes, a verb followed by a preposition is called as prepositional verb. Just understand this much for the matter of fact, or for this example, or for this kind of active-passive change. Now, they laughed at the joker. This is an active statement and I am asking you, change it into passive. What would be your answer? Think. Yes, the answer is the joker was laughed at by them. Did I change the meaning? No, I did not change the meaning. They laughed at the joker. Yes, they laughed. In the second sentence, it also means that the joker was laughed at by them. Here, I am not going to take off the preposition. I keep the preposition as it is. Bear that in mind. Second thing, sugar tastes sweet. Sugar tastes sweet or tastes sweet. Now when I am changing this to the passive, how will I change this? I will say sugar tastes sweet to sugar is sweet when tasted. Now see, I did not change the subject and object in the sentence. I just gave it a passive sense. Because sugar tastes sweet is something which is universal truth. It is a fact. Now, the next one. When I am talking about an intransitive verb, sit down. Sit down. This is a sentence. Come on. Now, when I am talking about sit and down, it is sit down where? Sit down. My object will always tell me about what or whom. It will not give me an answer to where, right? But here the answer is where. So there is no object in the sentence. So how will you change it to passive when there is no object at all? Now the change into passive will be you are ordered to sit down. Now what? Sit down again is an imperative statement. It orders, commands and requests you. And most of the times in imperative statement, the one who reads the statements becomes the subject. So I am the subject according to the statement here. So you are ordered to sit down. That's it. It is an order. It's not a request. Okay. These are some of the points that we have to keep in mind while we are changing from active to passive. Thank you.